You need any help?
I can handle it.
How's Julie?
Well, she hasn't killed anyone today, so that's progress.
Lark and I threw away all the food after what almost happened at Thanksgiving. It seemed like a good idea.
Yeah, I scrubbed every dish in the house just in case.
So now I have the day off. You want to hang out, spend some time together?
No, thanks, but I'm heading over to Lee's office. He and Kevin are working on Julie's defense strategy.
Defense? Didn't she confess?
We're going to make a jury see that she was just another one of Cooper's victims.
Do you mind if I tag along?
Why, Joe? You thought all along that Julie could be guilty. You want to say I told you so?
No, I wouldn't do that, Frank. It doesn't matter what I think. You are my brother, and right now it looks like you could use the support.
Scanlon brothers, together through thick and thin, huh?
Yeah, you can count on it. Hey, Courtney, we'll be at Lee Baldwin's office if you need us, okay?
Okay. Hey, Frank. Take care of your leg. Don't stand on it too long.
Sure. See you.
Bye. Does that smell from grease? Oh, no, no. What's the matter? Neil's paternal grandparents are coming.
So, Julie's acquittals on the first 4 general homicide murders stands.
Yes, double jeopardy prevents her from being retried on those charges. Unfortunately, Julie's crime spree continues.
What exactly is she facing?
Well, it's right here. Kidnapping in the 2nd degree, attempted murder in malice, assault in the 1st degree, criminal possession of a weapon, and 1 count of 1st degree murder.
Well, Julie honestly believes that she's Greg Cooper's sister. I mean, that should be sufficient to have her declared incompetent.
Well, we can only hope so, because if this case goes to trial, Dr. Julie Devlin will be facing the death penalty.
Your secretary said we could come in.
What are you doing to get Julie out of jail?
Well, I would like to have Julie declared incompetent to stand trial.
Good.
Kevin and I are working on what we need to have her deemed legally insane.
Insane?
That would mean that she's incapable of assisting in her own defense.
This gets her out of jail?
If they accept it, yes. Court would remand her to a psychiatric facility.
Wait, now, Julie doesn't like psych wards. The way they lock the doors, it freaks her out. I think it reminds her of when Cooper kidnapped her.
Frank, it would be the best place for her.
There are some progressive facilities upstate, Ferncliff for one.
Why not really defend her?
The only defense I would consider pursuing is not guilty by reason of insanity.
Okay.
Then we have a stiff burden of proof to overcome. That Julie just didn't understand the nature and consequences of her conduct. That she really didn't know what she was doing was wrong.
But if you won, she'd go free?
More likely to an institution.
And if I lost, then Julie would likely be sentenced to death.
Frank, at least if she's declared insane, she'll receive proper treatment.
And when Julie gets better, they'll let her out? What?
Julie killed 5 people.
Marcia killed 5 people.
And that's a distinction that a psychiatric review board may not feel comfortable making.
So what, she'll contemplate ink blots for 5 years? 10 years?
Frank, Julie may never be allowed to re-enter society.
Well, what's wrong with Neil's grandparents visiting?
Nothing, in theory. I'm very pro big, happy family.
Well, then set a good example for him.
Hey, let me help you.
No, I can handle it. He probably liked spending some time with his father's family.
Mary, in a perfect world, that's an opportunity I would love to give him.
Well, he could learn about their culture, his heritage.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid the only thing he'd pick up is how to be selfish and, critical.
Hi, Mom!
Hi.
Hey, sweetie.
How are you feeling today, Mrs. Scanlon?
Much better now that I see your darling face.
Hey, did you and Serena have fun?
Yeah, but I'm not done playing. I still want to go out and practice my jump shot.
Kids are amazing. After everything they've been through, they're so excited about Christmas. He and Serena were trying to figure out what Sigmund... Is something wrong? Is there news about Julie or something?
No. No news on that front.
Yeah, but something is wrong.
Neil's grandparents want to visit, and Courtney's upset.
Mrs. Scanlon, you really don't understand the situation.
I understand that John is dead, and those people have Neil, and that's all they have left.
I guess with everything that's been happening, I haven't even thought about Neil's family situation.
Yeah, well, with John gone, I foolishly thought I'd have some peace on the subject.
Compromise is the soul of family peace.
That's really good advice, Mary.
All I want is what is best for Neil.
Well, he's already been deprived of his father.
I am very well aware of that.
Well, then let him have the blessings of his grandparents. You know, they do have the right to get to know their own flesh and blood.
What do you want?
Only to talk. I still think of us as friends.
You made me shoot my brother.
Greg.
Why won't anyone believe I'm his sister?
I do. Your connection with him was obvious. And I'm sorry about what happened on the cliff.
Right.
I only tried to take the gun from you so no one else would get hurt.
Greg said good intentions don't count. What matters is what people actually do.
Often that's true.
And because of what you did, Greg is gone.
I can't help that. But I can empathize with what you're going through.
Save it.
My brother Ryan, my twin brother, died in a fire. So I know how it feels to lose a brother. Especially one that you didn't know well enough or have long enough. One that you might have complicated feelings
Greg
about.
was the only family I had left, and now I'm all alone.
Now, maybe you feel lonely. But there are a lot of people out there who care about you.
No, what, like Frank?
For one,
The poor guy is hung up on someone who doesn't exist anymore.
that's not how he feels.
I changed when I found out who my real mother was, and I don't want to go back to that person I was before. I am Marcia Wyatt's daughter. Greg's sister. Period.
Do you mind if I give you my advice on Neil's grandparents visiting?
No, not at all.
Well, John's death must have devastated his parents. What harm can a short visit with Neil do?
Oh, I'd say about as much as a short earthquake.
They're that bad, huh?
Yes. They're hypocritical, judgmental. They never liked me, and they never bothered hiding it.
But Neil loves you, and no matter what they say,
Neil is an impressionable child. And the fact is, the Canellises are not really his grandparents.
But they don't know that, do they?
Well, maybe I should tell them. Get them out of my life for good.
Yeah, but you would hurt a lot of people.
Neil's the only one I care about.
Neil just lost the only father he's ever known. Hitting him with this kind of news right now.
Excuse me, Karen, but, weren't you the big advocate for the truth? The one who thought I should have never kept my pregnancy from Joe?
But you did, so now I'm just trying to figure out the best way to handle the situation.
I see, so When it suits your purposes, lying's okay, right?
I'm suggesting consideration, not more deceit.
I'm sorry, Karen. I know you mean well, but I would do anything to protect Neil.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Frank, but people are dead, and Julie killed them. I mean, she can't just walk away from this untouched. She shouldn't.
She is sick, Joe.
And she's also dangerous. You've got to face reality.
And what if Cooper had kidnapped me? Would we still be the Scanlon brothers through thick and thin? Or how about Karen? Even if she believed she was Attila the Hun, would you let her rot?
No.
Well, then don't go getting all wise with me.
There is no guarantee that she is going to recover.
She could.
And then what? You guys gonna get married?
Maybe.
And have children with a serial killer?
What is the right thing to do?
Let Lee have her declared insane. And do your best to get on with your life, and let Julie get on with hers.
Stifling in here. I need air. Alone.
Sure all you want is water?
When Greg and I were together, it was the only thing I drank.
It's the time you spent with Greg that I'd like to hear about.
Why should I tell you anything?
Because you're facing serious charges and I might be able to help your case.
You, a member of the Collins family, help me, Cooper?
I'd like to make up for some of the anguish my family has caused you, Marcia.
Thank you for calling me by my real name.
It's the time that you spent in the basement with Greg that could be key to your defense.
I don't see how.
Well, then try talking about Greg and see if it makes you feel closer to him.
All right.
When he kept you in the basement, could you move around?
No, I had to be tied up. It was the only way Greg could get me to listen.
Oh, if you'd like to move around here, you can. Feel free.
When Greg first found me, I couldn't be trusted. I would have run away.
Why?
I didn't like hearing the Devlins had lied to me.
How long did Greg keep you tied up?
About 2 weeks.
Were you allowed to feed yourself?
Greg fed me.
Boy, I would have hated to be so dependent.
Well, once you learn to cooperate, it's not so bad.
What kind of cooperation did he want from you?
For me to learn my lessons and to speak up when I said them.
Will you tell me one now?
I am Marcia Cooper. I had a family, a mother named Marcia and a brother named Greg. Victor Collins took it all away the day he killed my mother.
Did you like memorizing that?
Oh, not at first. But when I cooperated, Greg would give me a reward.
Like what?
Food.
Food. How long were you able to hold out?
Oh, at first days and days. I was very stubborn.
So, Greg Cooper tied you up and starved you until you did exactly what he said?
No, you're not saying it right. He wanted me to understand.
Well, still, it's an unconventional way to teach, don't you think?
Well, it was my own fault. I was so stubborn.
Did you ever teach Buddy a game?
Lacrosse and badminton.
Would you ever use the techniques that Greg Cooper used on you on Buddy?
No. But see, Buddy was a very good person. Better than me.
So, Greg Cooper cared about you the way you cared about Buddy?
Well, why else would he have worked so hard to find me?
Maybe he wanted something from you.
No, Greg turned himself inside out to help me see the truth.
What truth?
My adoptive parents never loved Buddy or me. Buddy couldn't stand them. That's why he killed himself.
And you must have been devastated when Buddy committed suicide.
Until Greg found me. And now he's gone too. Your family has destroyed my life.
Can I get you some more water?
I don't want anything from you.
Well, if you did want something, what would it be?
I want Greg back alive.
Finding out you had a living brother must have filled a void.
With Greg in my life, the world made sense.
But he took away the only identity you'd ever had.
Greg only forced me to do things for my own good.
Remember when Frank took you out of the basement?
Yes.
You said that Cooper wanted to perform surgery on your face?
So I'd look more like our mother.
Did you want to resemble Marcia Wyatt? I'd like you to try something with me. If you find it too frightening, we can stop.
The Coopers aren't afraid of anything.
Good. Pretend I'm Greg Cooper. I want you to look at me and see Greg Cooper alive and well. Now, how does it feel when I tell you I'm going to carve your face to make you look like our mother?
The new Julie. You want to see?
Please.
Speak up, Marcia! You want a drink? Oh.
Greg.
I'm Frank Scanlon. Julie Devlin is my girlfriend.
The general homicide killer?
Yeah.
I will shake your hand.
You got Paul Pomodori acquitted for racketeering and murder.
I merely helped the jury see the light.
Lee Baldwin wants to have Julie declared incompetent to stand trial.
Baldwin Sr.'s always been a prudent man.
I want to hire you.
Bright guy.
To build a real defense. Julie's loaded. She can pay whatever you need.
I imagine her bank account is among her finest assets.
So you'll take the case?
No can do.
Why not?
I represent defendants that have better odds than what you're offering. Your girlfriend is going to collect Social Security in her padded cell.
Not if someone would really fight for her.
I usually don't make a habit of this, but you look in sore need of some free advice. Forget Julie Devlin. Start reading the personals.
Hey, you.
Hi. Honey, your credit card companies don't care that our lives are in a blender.
They don't. Well, at least we'll be spinning around together.
How did it go at Lee's?
Frank is having a really hard time with this.
Well, he's not alone. Any news about Julie?
Kevin went to see her.
There's no putting this off.
So what?
Well, John's parents are coming to visit.
Okay.
And Courtney doesn't trust their influence on Neil. She's thinking about revealing that you're his father.
Well, I don't think Neil is ready for this right now. And not to mention my mother. I mean, she just had a stroke.
I know. That's what I said.
Wow! This kid's got more talent than all the physical therapists at GH.
She likes the exercise I made up for her.
Well, my arm feels stronger already.
You look kind of tired. How about I make you one of those power shakes?
Oh, if you're pouring, I'm drinking. Wait up now. You hold on.
Did you just see what I just saw?
Do you mean that apparition that looked like your mother accepting help?
You know, we've been under a lot of stress lately.
Yeah. No, you know what? I think it was real. Neil does have a certain devastating charm.
You know what? Maybe this is the news she needs right now. And maybe the grandson is exactly what she needs.